Hello, I'm Carla. Thanks for joining me again. If you have been following my posts or if you've watched the introductory video, you'll know that I had rotator cuff surgery 4 weeks ago. At the exact 1 month anniversary of the operation, I did see the physio, and it was a very different appointment to week 3, where week 3 it was all about slowly easing it. Now it's like week 4, baby, we're getting it on. So the surgeon did say that I can start incorporating any yoga movements that I feel are comfortable and work for me, but I need to work with the physio's guidance. So only once a certain range of motion has been done in the physio's room do I then, as a takeaway, work on it at home and try and get into that fullest range of motion. So it is having to work through a lot of pain to get into your deepest range of motion. As I was working with the physio in her room, I would do a movement. We only did them about 5 times, 5 repetitions. And she's just like, push, 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 push. I almost think of Abhijata when she goes, push. So a lot of pushing, a lot of work, a lot of pushing through too. So yeah, still working with the stress ball to develop strength in the hand. And when you begin the exercises, there's a whole bunch of shoulder stuff that the physio added at week 4. Again, I'm working with my physio and my surgeon closely to get to full recovery. You do need to be working with your surgeon, with your physio. You're not doing anything that I'm recommending as medical advice. This is my journey, and you do need to follow what your surgeon and physio set out for you. So in terms of keeping the wrist mobile, working on rotating the wrist in one direction and rotating in the other direction. At week 4 now, these ones that I've been doing for a while, the back and forth, the stress ball stuff, the opening and stretching the fingers, all of this is becoming a lot easier. And if I only have time to do, so I will do 10 of each, and then I'll repeat a whole set. So opening the palm to the ceiling, opening the palm to the floor, stretching the fingers back, locking that elbow. Remember that Tadasana awareness of opening across the chest, of extending the spine and bringing the shoulder blades down the back. Try and maintain that good posture throughout your day. You can do these seated. You can do these standing up, where you're doing 10 of now with the palm facing down. Then there'll be 10 where you are taking the palm at its side. And again, supporting with the opposite arm, but I am trying to support lighter and lighter, letting that extension become deeper and deeper, really trying to lock the elbow, at the same time extending the arm, contracting that tricep. And then palm down, twisting the forearm, palm up. Palm down, twisting the forearm, palm up. Right. She also did include the shoulder work, so sitting, and it's best to do it either in front of your computer screen so you can see yourself, or in front of your mirror. And I find that, especially in the beginning of just on week 4, it is easier to do some of these seated. So we're going to do shoulder shrugs, where you're drawing the shoulders up to the ears, and then on an exhalation, relaxing and taking that shoulder down. So you can see mine is a lot tighter, keeping that extension of the upper shoulder, releasing that shoulder muscle. You can use heat and massage just to work into it also before and after your exercises. And then again, shrugging up, shrugging up, shrugging up. And on an exhalation, slowly controlling the release, paying attention to any pain or discomfort. Each inhalation, just reaffirming that all these exercises I am doing are getting me back to full range of motion, to full strength. Working with the breath, inhaling light and love, and with each exhalation, relaxing, softening, releasing, letting there be that full extension. And with each exhalation, letting go of any sense of pain, tightness, any attachment to that pain, any anxiety you have around the injury. With each exhalation, let go. Inhale light and love and healing. Exhale, control that release of movement and let go of the pain. Let go of any hardness, any tightness. Be very aware that you're working with control, you're working with love. And each time you release, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, pulling the shoulder blades in. So coming to that full range of motion where you're shrugging, shrugging, shrugging. And then as you exhale, you release slowly with control. Release the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades down the back. Pin the shoulder blades in. You can spend a breath here where you're inhaling, extending and opening that chest, exhaling, releasing the shoulder blades down the back, releasing any tension in your injured shoulder. Right. And then we also added circles. So you can keep your hands on your lap or take your arms down. You can come to standing if it's comfortable for you to do these, and you're just taking full circles, releasing to your complete capacity. So pull that you feel that work and that release in the shoulder. Come to your fullest range of motion. And then, of course, if you've gone circling backwards, you're going to circle forwards. And do this work in front of a mirror. Look at your own body. Notice if there's balance. Always trying to balance out with the healthy, well, the uninjured side, trying to balance the opposite side. Okay, so that Tadasana awareness is important. Do it throughout the day. When you're going to the stores, when you're sitting at dinner, feel the shoulder blades in, feel that openness in the chest, feel how you're releasing tension in the body. So all this tightness, you're trying to let go, let go, let go. Okay, she's also added, so last week I showed you the zombie swirls where you do 10 circles in a clockwise direction and 10 circles in an anti-clockwise direction, and then going like a grandfather clock, and then back and forward, these zombie arm movements. I think I prefer the name ragdoll, so keeping that shoulder relaxed like a ragdoll. And now what she said, going into week 4, you want to slowly start to see, can you get more vigorous circles, going anti-clockwise, then going clockwise, whichever direction works for you. Just work into that. Just work into any sort of pain with the breath. Feel my body heals quickly and completely. And I'm working or I'm getting full range of motion. So just releasing, letting go, letting the movement just open up. Okay, and then you repeat all of that all over again. The rotations in the wrists. So the wrist work is important, especially because at this stage, you are still using the sling. You would use that stress ball throughout the day. Whatever of these stretches that you can comfortably do in the sling, try and keep working with that movement. And then that elbow extension. So palm faces up, palm faces down, fingers pull back, pull back. Use the opposite hand to support the elbow. Use the opposite hand to get that locked elbow, that full extension of the arm. Open up, use the breath to open the front armpit, the front wrist. With each exhalation, keep relaxing the shoulder, keep releasing pain, keep releasing that injury. With each inhalation, so now palm down, with each inhalation, find that feeling that you are breathing light and energy and healing into that injury, into the weakened muscles. You're moving into full range of motion with love for your body. Palm to the side now, so like a chopping action. So you work to doing 10, 12, whatever, at first you're building up with these slowly. And then eventually they become quite easier to do. You can do them with a little bit more intensity, with a little bit more vuma. And you might even, if you don't have time, cut down on these a little bit to spend more time on your shoulder work, right? So now with week 4, that shoulder work, that shoulder mobility must come. So once you've done 10 of all of those, once more, you're coming to the zombie arm swirls or the ragdoll rather. So ragdoll arms either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and then in the opposite direction. Becoming more vigorous with your circles, using that momentum to increase the size of the circle. Grandfather clock arm. Still keep that shoulder relaxed, that ragdoll feeling of the shoulder. If you want to bend your knees and work a little bit like Utkatasana, you can, where you're keeping the abdomen back to the spine. And then arm forward and backwards. Open the chest. Let that shoulder just relax, breathe, and then inhale. Come back to Tadasana. Find that Tadasana action in the arms. So the shoulder exercises we've added, you saw the shrugging and the circles. Now you're going to take your hand, use the opposite hand to support, take your hand onto a wall or surface, and you're going to walk, 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 walk. And then on an exhalation, a soft, controlled release. Don't just drop the arm down, right? So supporting with the opposite arm, walk, 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 spider crawls up the wall. As you exhale, take your time to release. When you're walking up and walking up and walking up, keep that shoulder, the top shoulder, as relaxed and quiet as you can. So even if it's strenuous, if it's painful, try to breathe into that area. See, can you push, 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 and with each exhalation, relaxing and releasing down. So again, I'm listening to Yuleisha's voice in my head, Abhijata's voice in my head, push, push, working with the breath, work into that pain, exhale and release. Again, only do these if you have been cleared by your physio or your surgeon to do them. Remember to release softly with control, not to just slam the arm down. And I like to use affirmations here where I tell myself I have a strong, healthy body. And try to feel that strength and health of the rest of your body. Right, for the next few, you're going to need to grab a stick. Any broomstick will do, a hockey stick will do, a snooker cue will do, any sort of stick. I've got this broomstick. And again, you're working in the mirror, trying to keep an evenness on the sides, on both sides, a nice balance, and working with your uninjured side as a reference. So holding on to the stick, we did 5 of these in the physio room with her assistance, with her help. Work with your breath, bring the arms to shoulder height. And when you exhale, once again, you're releasing slowly. You inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take that breath, slow it down, move down with the arms in that slow, steady pace so that you're working with control. You're allowing that range of motion to not if it gets too painful, then you're not going to complete as many rounds as possible. So at first in the physio's room, we did 5 of these, and then we built up, coming home, the idea is to build up to 7. So I've been doing 7 and then building up. Lately, I'm on to 8. So use your breath, use your inhalation to really work deep into that point of pain, and then quiet, relaxed exhalation to release not just the body, but also any areas of pain, any areas of tightness. You can stop in between the sets and just give that shoulder some love. If it needs to release and you want to do those gentle little ragdoll arms just to release any pain or catches that you feel with these exercises, then do what feels good for your body, right? So we're also working into the sideways, so holding on to the stick and now using the uninjured arm to lift the injured or the recovering arm up and out to the side. Working with the breath, inhale, inhale, push, 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 And on an exhalation, soft, gentle release. Feeling that muscle release, feeling release of any pain, any hardness, any strain. Release that injury, let it go. Inhale, out to the side. Push, 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 push. Exhale, soft, controlled release, using that the strong arm to guide what the injured arm, the recovering arm is doing. Working with your breath, so slow the breath down, so you work into those strong movements with a sense of intention, a sense of control. You can use your affirmations here, where you're telling yourself, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Right, then taking the stick to the back, same movement. Opening up that arm out to the side, going slowly, going with control, using the breath to slow down the motion, using the breath to find that control in the pose, in this exercise. Each inhalation, I lift, 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 push, push. Each exhalation with control, I release slowly. Any pain, I release completely. Inhale, push, push, push. Exhale, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Inhale, light. Inhale, healing. Inhale, mobility. Exhale, any pain. Exhale, anything that is holding tight or injured. Release. So 2 more with the standing action. This is one that I really struggle with, but do your best, see how you go. So you have to now lift, 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 and then release. So as I lift, you can see my elbow doesn't want to lift out to the side. So one option that I suggest is you can do this in front of a mirror and try and even out, but it's really difficult. So one of my yoga colleagues suggested mirror therapy, where basically what they do is they put you in front of a mirror, but only half of your body. So if this is the uninjured, strong side, this is the half of the body that I see. And I don't have a visual on the side that's injured and healing. And as you do them, you just concentrate on what the good arm, the strong arm does. And in your mind, there's that kind of a replication of action in the injured arm. So when you have a visual of your arm, this is the last one now, where before we bent the arms and we extend out to the side. So before we lifted up, 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 that was the one we did. Now the second one of these is you bend the arms up, you extend the arms out to the side, bring the arms back in and release. So now working into 7 of these. If you can do more, you do more. If it's within you to just really dig deep and work with the breath, work with your affirmations, then do each day, just take yourself past that point. Each day, just really work that range of motion a little bit more. And look at the strong arm. So don't look at your weakened arm. Don't look at the recovering arm. Look at your strong arm, and in your mind's eye, get that mirror where whatever's happening on the strong side, I have a strong, healthy body. My whole body is strong and healthy. And then once you've done all of those, again, release that arm, relax the arm. You can do a little bit of just giving it some love. I use my Reiki. You can do a little bit of those soft ragdoll arms to release. Right, then we're doing some floor work. So I found a great little cushion that I've been using for the floor work. You can just use a folded blanket. So a folded blanket for under your head or a small pillow, and a folded blanket or a small pillow for under your arm. Now, one of the things that the physio has included is every day I need to lie on my back just to get a little bit of mobility into that thorax. So the thoracic spine starts to round and lose mobility because you constantly have your arm in the sling and the weight of it is quite something. And when I sleep, it's easier to sleep with that arm in this position versus that Tadasana action. So really, I encourage you to do a lot of Tadasana. Just be tall, be open with your chest, get the shoulder blades down the back. Don't behave like a poor injured little bird, a sick person. Be upright and find that confidence. When I saw the surgeon, he was like, it's week 4, let's do it. He's quite confident that this op is usually very successful when you do all the physio. So it is important that you just knuckle down and you have that faith that you're going to have this full recovery. So this is a little cushion that I mentioned. It fits in between your knees when you sleep on your side, and that's why I initially got it. But I place it on the side here. I'm just going to keep the stick handy. Oh, there's another stick. And when you lie down so that the upper arm is supported on that little groove of the cushion, or as I said, on a folded blanket or another cushion. You can keep your knees bent or straighten the legs. And then you do the same exercises that we did when we were standing up. So 10, where the palm faces up to your chest, and then you open the palm, the fingers back. You would do 10, where the palm faces down towards the floor. And then when it comes into your body, the palm faces up towards the ceiling. Again, finding that full extension of the arm, locking that elbow joint, using the tricep muscle to get that action. And then you would do 10 with your chopping action. And then the last 10 is where palm faces the floor. When the arm is extended, twisting the forearm so that the palm faces your body. Also do notice that the palm tends to want to come in towards the midline. So every now and then I do just guide it so that I take it a little bit deeper towards the shoulder. But again, going within your capacity, doing what feels good and right for your body. Okay, you're trying to, at some stage, release that cushion, let that pectoral region release, let the arm release and surrender towards the floor so that you're lying in like Shavasana. Right, the next exercise that we do is holding the stick. You're going to extend the arms up, bring them up in line with the shoulder, higher if you can, and then exhale and come down. Once again, you're doing 10, or I'm doing 10 of these because I like these. I find them easier to do than the standing ones. So you just do what feels right for your body. Each time you do them, you build up strength, you build up a little bit of stamina in holding that full range of motion, digging deep, getting past where you were before. Once again, looking at the uninjured arm, that strong arm, and feel that strength permeate through to the opposite arm. These exercises I did with the physio in her room before I did any of them on my own, and I do them 3 times a day. Right, the last one, which isn't my favorite, we're supposed to do where you take the arm up at your side and then down, and that's been quite challenging. No, baby. So you need to take the arm out to the side and bring it down, and the arm out to the side and bring it down. And that, I find, isn't quite working. So the way we described it was like those snow angels. But holding onto the stick like a snooker cue, I found that I'm able to really work a little bit deeper. Woo, and then release. And then just really the ones that you find the most painful, you have to really dig deep. Use the breath. Use the inhalation to feed light, healing energy into that area. Use the exhalation to release any pain or tension that that exercise causes. I've got Eulalia's head, voice in my head, like a cheerleader, push, push, push. So you're trying to get the arm in line with the shoulder, but as you can see, this one is really tight for me. So I have to really work with my breath, with my affirmations, and also with a sense of gratitude and love. Right, so you need to lie on your back. So once you've done all your exercises, you can slowly just release into a shavasana and see, are you able to just find some quietness, some softness and release there. With the eyes closed, breathe into any areas that you feel painful. Breathe healing energy, light into that area, and with each exhalation, let go of any pain. With each exhalation, let go of any tightness. With each exhalation, let go of the injury. Let go of any fears and anxieties you have around your recovery. Work with your surgeon's confidence. Build that into your own confidence. Do your affirmations. I have a strong, healthy body. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Right. So, because it's difficult for me to turn, it just feels a strain when I try and turn. I hold my hands together at my chest, engaging the abdomen, using a little bit of momentum. I find it easier just to swing up to seated in that position. Right, so again, just remember you are using the sling into week 4 now, not long to go. I am using the sling all the time, and yeah, just following exactly the protocol that my surgeon and my physio have advised. So thanks for joining me again. Namaste.